Hi guys, I'm glad you're all here. Thank you very much for joining me. Here we have an image from windy.com of the next two events that will be impacting the U.S. Yeah, we can see the wind and the rain. Let's see how windy it is right now. Let me zoom in down here by California. I think I can do this. Okay, 4 knots there. This here is the forecast for the San Francisco Bay Area. You can see it's going to rain all the way up through, it looks like Monday. Monday afternoon about, 1 p.m. And then we're going to have some sunshine, and it looks like our rain starting again on Thursday. For the Los Angeles area, looks like we got rain all the way through, again, 1 p.m. on Monday. Partly cloudy, some sunshine, and they are not showing any more rain for a little bit, which will probably be a relief for you guys. Santa Cruz, the Monterey area. Okay, we got rain all the way through Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Then it's going to clear off, be nice on Tuesday. And then the rains will start again on Thursday. On earthnullschool.net, here's the current winds. Yeah, we got these 2 other storms coming in. And this here is humidity associated with that weather. Here we have wind power density. Another image of wind power density. This is for the height. 700 it says. I am not sure. 700 HPA. Okay, that would be for 10,000 feet above sea level, I imagine. All right, this would be 18,000 feet above the surface of the earth. Let me pull this over so you can see what I'm looking at. And there's some areas here that are in red. Okay, and let's go to 3. HPA. So that is the level plus 3 hours of precipitation accumulation. Okay, let's bring this over. And this would be between 27 and 32,000 foot level. So that would probably be what, where the airplanes are flying. So it says here we convert altitude to pressure height by allowing 30 feet for each 1 HPA pressure distance. Learn something new. So for 250 HPA, yeah, they're going to have a lot of turbulence, aren't they? Let me pull this around so you can see it better. Look at that. So I'll just go back to the wind here and the height. This is, it says 1,000, and which would be HPA, I assume. And then we got 850. And 700, 500 is like, wow. Yeah, California has been mired with a 3-year drought, with forecasters offering little hope for relief anytime soon. The state has been waterlogged with as much as 10 to 20 inches of rain and up to 200 inches of snow in some locations in the past 3 weeks. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Climate Prediction Center had issued seasonal forecasts of precipitation and temperatures for 1 to 13 months in the future. The CPA's initial outlook for this winter, issued on October 20th, favored a below normal precipitation in Southern California. Probably weather modification is creating much of the current weather. However, after a series of intense moisture-laden storms known as atmospheric rivers, most of California has seen rainfall totals 200 to 600% above normal over the past month, with 24 trillion gallons of water having fallen on the state since last December. Yeah, so their seasonal predictions for weather turned out not to be so predictable. Maybe they did not take into account all the moisture, all the water that was shot up into the atmosphere from the Hunga Tonga volcanic eruption. Back on December 31st, the CPC issued a monthly prediction outlook suggesting that the wet weather could continue through January, which we're in right now. So saying it's going to be through January, does that mean all the way up until February? I don't know. President Joe Biden yesterday released some emergency funding for different areas affected there in California, which would be Merced, Sacramento, and Santa Cruz. Governor Newsom urged residents to remain vigilant despite the forecast for lower levels of rainfall heading into Sunday, as even moderate amounts of rain could cause flooding and mudslides due to the ground being so saturated. Well, you got to think about different areas where they had burns last year or the year before. Yeah, it could have a lot of mudslides in those areas. This here is an image of the road there in Ventura County that got washed out. The other image, that one right there, shows all the traffic that is backed up. This image here is from Rio Del Mar. There was emergency vehicles, or vehicle, I should say. I don't know where they were going, if they got washed off the road or what, but they were trying to dig out the emergency vehicle as the waves came in, pushing more and more sand underneath the wheels. They were definitely stuck. It says here, Aptos, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, sorry, California. Yeah, these guys were all digging away and another wave came in and he just like gave up, and I was looking and it's like, oh man, hopeless. This here is an image of damage to one of the piers along the coast. I believe this is from the 14th maybe. I could be wrong about that. And here we have the Russian River. Yeah, many places along the river are flooded out. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Do you think it's weather manipulation? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please share my videos, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.